helping me to come out of the problem. And eventually, I slowly started paying my bills, and AVP used to strike it off. Okay, this loan is closed. So I was also feeling confident. Oh my God, my problems are getting solved apart from the salary I make. And my confidence grew up. And from a person who don't have any belief to clear my issues in a shorter period of time, I thought I will take 10-15 years to clear all the problems and live a normal life. I wish to live a very normal life, very ordinary life. I don't want any savings. I just wanted to be very normal. I wanted to sleep peacefully. And through these trainings and mentoring sessions and guidance, how to spend your money in a better way, where to spend your money, where to close the liability. So I got complete mentorship from a person apart from selling products and allocating BB on your virtual office. So that was quite different for me. It was not something happened to me in the past. So I later realized why most of the people fail in the life, because they don't have a mentor. Why I basically made that $83,000 liability, because I never had a financial coach. I never had anyone. I only looked up to the surroundings I was, neighbors, my cousins, my uncles, and other friends. And I used to do things that they do that eventually led into big problems. So thereafter, I understood it is important that every individual must have a coach if they wanted to retire early, if they wanted to live a peaceful life. So this is the person who helped me to come out of my problems and helped me to live a life that everybody dream of. Not just come out of my problem. Also, I need to live a life that everybody dream of. Like, don't go to office on a Monday. True or not? How many of you dream like, I don't want to go to office on a Monday? How many of you dream like this? I wanted to come out of that struggle of doing that, wake up at 6 o'clock, taking a shower at 6:30, a cold shower at 6:30. So I wanted to experience all these things. And I will be always grateful for this man for showing me how you can come out of the challenges and build a business so that you can actually live your life in your own terms and conditions. Okay. So when such a person coming in front of you and going to share the methods of growing the business, especially today's topic is going to be follow-up. Oh my God. The most important activity in our business is after presentation is this one. If you learn the techniques from our mentor, our coach directly today, if you put your attention to it, and whatever he trained me 9 years ago, he is going to repeat it, guys, which helped me to come out of my problem. So I listen to it. I take the sessions very seriously, because most of the time people don't like to do follow-up. That's something that you hate a lot, that doing follow-up. And today, I'm very sure, I promise you, if you pay your attention, you get complete package of doing follow-up, and you can improve your business hereafter. So I don't want to take much time. Our mentor is ready. So guys, be on camera, because if you are not on camera on this particular day, then you are not taking this person very seriously. Because if you wanted to receive respect, then you need to show the respect also. Don't expect respect without giving respect. So the ultimate way of showing respect to a virtual meeting is you sit straight, okay, you dress properly, you have a nice background, and stop everything and listen to our mentor. So without further delay, let me welcome our grand apply, our mentor, associate B partner, Nasib. only.
Thank you. Thank you, Arun. Thank you. I always, enjoy you taking me back to our memory lanes when we started. Good afternoon to everyone. Good morning. Good evening, wherever you are on this planet. Right. So we are here for basic building block number 6. Meanwhile, somebody asked me a question. Why did you come out of this Toyota Corolla while while these cars are shown? See, it was one of the dreams I said. Dreams are very important, you understand? While I started with this business, I remember one of the trainings I was given, and this training was given by a cross line. Do you know who is a cross line? A cross line is not someone who is above you or not under you. He's a cross line. He belongs somewhere else, but he's doing a favor to my upline by coming in and doing a training for me. So this cross line is doing a training for me as well as my downline. He's a senior to me in this business, and he's talking about dreams. Um, and while he's a very sarcastic guy. I don't know. I don't know who qualified him to do the training. This guy came in, started doing the training, and after completing the dream session, he said, "They are saying you can buy Honda Civic." That's what they say. I hope you can at least buy a kinetic Honda. Kinetic Honda is a two-wheeler. Do you understand? It's a two-wheeler. You know, without a gear. It is one of the cheapest and most affordable two-wheelers we used to have back in India a long time ago. So this guy very jokingly said, okay, hopefully you will be able to at least buy a kinetic Honda. So now I looked at my teammate who was also listening, and both of us looked at each other confused. What is this guy saying? Is he supposed to motivate us or is he supposed to pull us down? But that remained in my mind until one day when I bought my first car, Honda Civic, and I drove straight to this guy's home. Okay, I drove straight to this guy's home because my mentor also used to stay along with this guy. So he was my mentor's roommate. So and he came over to me and said, "Yes, you finally did it. You finally bought it. You made me believe that it is possible." Yeah, sometimes it is not important who is training you. Maybe his or her belief system need not be as good as yours. Do you understand what I'm saying? You are you are living your life. Your story can be different. Your story need not be the same as my story. Okay? Everybody has their own journeys. Never stop believing in your journey, irrespective of what you go through. Is it a deal? Can we agree on this? Yes? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, the story of me coming in a Corolla is like this. One of the trainings which I was doing, I said one of my dreams is have to be escorted by two big cars. Do you understand that? I want to be escorted by two big cars. I mean, very luxurious cars, and I need to come in a very simple car. You know, something uh, some of the heroes in Indian movies do. We like this kind of show offs. Do you understand? I started as a 22-year-old guy. So what do you expect from me? So showing off is something you are so used to doing long as a young man. So I really fantasized doing something like that. So I made it a point that on the day I bought this Lamborghini and G63, I made it a point that I call one of my friend who has a very old Corolla, Toyota Corolla, and I decided to go in that while my upline drove the the G63 and my downline drove the Lamborghini. You know, one day I'm very sure you will also do it. Do you understand? Some of you are wondering, oh, is it possible? I started it, you will understand that everybody starts in this business with nothing. Do you get that? We all start with nothing. So if it is possible for someone like me, it is possible for you as well. Anyway, let's get into today's subject. Today's subject is follow through or follow up. Follow through or follow up, you understand what is follow through, right? Yes, last time when we came in for this training, I discussed about the importance of presentation. Presentation is the process where you show the plan, the opportunity, the products, everything to the prospect, right? Follow through is the process of following up, okay, or converting that prospect into a sign up, into your partner, correct? So I am going to discuss about follow through today. Now, follow through is something many people um, are not very comfortable with. I had a huge expectation when I started doing this business, that you show the opportunity, and if they are interested, they will come back to us. How many of you have this same expectation? That your job is to show the opportunity, and if they are interested, they come back to you. We all have huge expectations. That's why we think they will come back to you, right? We are living in a society where working 9 to 5 is normal. Okay, it is being normalized. Correct or not? Is it not normal? If you get a job in a corporate company, what will your parents, what will your relatives do? They will celebrate with you. They'll say, "Wow, fantastic! You got a job." Right? My mother wanted me to get a job so bad while I was in college. And campus placements were going on. She used to pray for me every single day. And I still remember the day when I jumped out of joy, okay, and lifted my mom when I cracked my first interview, meaning not my first interview, my first job. My first job, I got my first job after 15 interviews, right? So I was overjoyed. I was so excited. And my mother, my parents, they all were really, really happy. They celebrated getting into a 9 to 5. But how many of your parents will celebrate it if you tell after college, after your higher studies, you tell that I want to start a business? How many of your parents will celebrate it? They'll be like, why? Why do you want to take a risk? Correct? They will all disagree. Oh, yeah, why are you risking your life? Business is a risk. You should stick to 9 to 5, right? So we grew up in a society which normalizes getting a job, but criticizes anything where you offer jobs to others. Entrepreneurship is all about offering jobs to others. So majority of the people are not in favor of entrepreneurship. So what makes you think that when you tell them an opportunity where they can have financial freedom, they will be excitedly jumping in and say, they will be excited for sure, because this is one of the best direct selling companies on the planet. If you look at QNet as a company, please understand this. QNet is the company with the highest compensation plan in the industry of direct selling. I want you to know that. We are the ones giving away the highest compensation. And we are one of the few companies which are extremely successful, mainly because we adopted e-commerce when others were still wondering what is e-commerce. Do you know that QNet accepted e-commerce very, very long time ago? Okay, I will not say much before Amazon, because Amazon started in 1994, but we started in 1998. We are not very late. Do you understand? So we are one of the first companies in this industry to embrace e-commerce, and we provide the highest compensation plan. We have the best products. Okay, we have the most amazing founders out there. With all of this, it doesn't make any sense for people to reject our idea. But please understand, let's come back to the practical scenarios. You show the plan, and after showing the plan, if the answer is yes, then we don't have to discuss further. They say yes, they do the sign up. And if the answer is no, it is still fine. It is still okay. Now, you guys are not able to understand what I mean, but let me explain. If it is a no, it is very clear, correct? He or she doesn't want to sign up, correct? They don't want to sign up. So the decision is very clear. But what is more confusing is when people who don't want to, be arrogant with you, who wants to be, still maintain the relationship probably, or whatever be their reason, they would say, "I want to think." Do you know that? The most dangerous answer. The most dangerous answer from your prospect is, "I want to think. I want to sleep over it. I want to do my research. I want to do this." They never studied what the teacher asked them to research on while in school. Now, when you show them a very simple opportunity, a very simple plan, they want to do a research. Do you understand? So when they say they want to do a research, they want to think, it is a dangerous answer. You know why I'm saying that? Why is it so? Because that is a very nice way of avoiding you. They will say, I'll call you back tomorrow. And next day, they are going to block you from all kinds of communication. Have you experienced this? Have you experienced this? Okay, if you have not experienced, you have not started doing QNET yet. I have experienced this. My best friend in school didn't pick my call. My best friend in school, he said he will take a bullet for me while in school, but I didn't want him to take a bullet for me. I just wanted him to listen to the opportunity and tell me yes, and he stopped picking my calls. So I am here to train you on how to deal with situations like that. Are you ready? All good? Okay. First of all, First of all, let us let us think about the worst case scenario while you show a plan. What is the worst case scenario when you show a plan? What is that? What is the worst case scenario? No. They're saying no to you. Is that not the worst case scenario? They
Yes, yes.
saying no to you is the worst case scenario. Now be prepared for the worst case scenario. Be prepared for the worst case scenario in your mind. I want you to be prepared for that. No, I don't want you to expect it, but I want you to be prepared for that. No, expecting it and being prepared for it are two different things. Do you understand that? I want you to be prepared for it. Okay. So, not everybody is going to say yes to you. So you are going to get a lot of no's. So first of all, be prepared for the worst case scenario. Then the very important thing I would like you to keep in mind is that you follow SW policy. What is SW policy? SW policy says some will, some won't. So what? Somebody else is waiting somewhere. Okay, let me repeat it for you. SW policy says some will, some won't. So what? Somebody else is waiting somewhere. So keep that in mind. Okay, when somebody says no, always tell yourself SW policy, right? I want you to maintain your positive attitude no matter what that person tells you. Now, very importantly, I always maintain it a point that when somebody says no to me, let us say the first scenario, somebody says no to me. When somebody says no to me, I will be shocked. I will be shocked. I will act really shocked because it's a shock to me. Why would somebody reject an amazing opportunity to make millions of dollars? So I will be shocked and ask him, hey, I am shocked that you are not taking up this amazing opportunity. But, I respect your decision. Don't worry about that. I respect your decision. Can I know why you took a decision not to be part of this opportunity right now? You see, I would ask him the reason why he or she decided to do that. Okay. Now that is when some people tell you very stupid reasons. What are the reasons some of them are going to tell you? They will tell you, my husband told me not to do it. My wife told me not to do it. Okay, I spoke to my friend who has tried doing this. So when they come up with situations or explanations like this, if it is me, I would immediately ask them, is it okay if I speak to your husband? Is it okay if I speak to your wife? Do you understand that? I immediately ask them this. Now, if they connect their husband or wife, let me be very clear with this. Almost 70% of these cases can be turned around. 70% of these cases can be turned around. Most of the times, husband or wife is just saying no because of the insecurity they have. They feel that most of the husbands and wife have this feeling that my partner is dumb. I'm sorry to say this very straight. My wife feels the same. She feels that I'm dumb. Do you understand? That sometimes I can be easily convinced. That's what she feels. So basically, every husband and wife feels their partner is, not good at making decisions. Do you agree? Husbands here, wives here? Yes, yes, I can see some of you smiling. So that means you agree, right? So that happens when your husband comes back and says that, hey, I came across an exciting opportunity. I would like to sign up with that. And she says, just out of insecurity, she says, no, you are already lost a lot of money. I don't want to lose. That's it, as simple as that. Sometimes it can be as simple as that. So it is very important that you immediately ask them, can I speak to your partner? Right? Now, in the case of Arun and Sharanya, I still remember when Arun and Sharanya came for the presentation, it was Sharanya who was invited by her friend, and Arun tagged along. So Arun was acting like, I am the guy, I am the daddy in the home. He was acting very the main guy there. So, Sharanya was kind of interested because Sharanya's friend is doing they are very close friends. So Arun and Sharanya came to meet me after the presentation. So Arun is like sitting with a lot of attitude. Arun is sitting there. He's saying, I don't have time for this kind of business. That's the attitude he's having. Arun is having that kind of attitude. He wants to just show off with his wife. I think they were newly married at that point of time. So Arun, kind of wanted to show that, okay, I am a big shot. So he was sitting like that in front of me and said, I have seen bigger people. So I don't think I have time for this kind of stuff. Then I immediately realized, that now you understand this. You do your follow through based on who you speak to. So I realizing that Arun wants to just show off in front of his wife. I realized that within no time. So I told Arun, yeah, I also think so. I don't think you can do this. I said this straight. I said, no, even I'm not interested in you. I don't think you can do it. Then Arun immediately reacted. Arun was like, who told you I can't do it? No, I said, I felt you can't do this. I felt you can't do. Arun didn't like it. Arun didn't like that approach. Just to prove that he can do it to his wife, he signed up. And he did a blunder at that point of time. He said, I don't want to take the account. If you want, I will give you the money. You go do it. So Sharanya signed up first. That is the actual story. Arun was supposed to sign up before, only because he put his ego at that point of time in front of me. Now Arun is downline. He repents it today. Oh, this is what happens when you understand what I'm saying. Sorry to tell them the story, Arun. Yeah, but later on you became a very good downline. That's a different story. But I'm telling you day one. You also remember what I said.
Yes, okay, yes, okay. I had attitude.
Yes, you had attitude.
I never thought, I
Anyway,
never thought this money will be bigger income. I thought it's a small money.
I know. That's what most of the prospects think, Arun. I am only trying to make them understand. See, do you know, Arun? I don't take it personally. I am only trying to make them understand that somebody showing a bad attitude in after the presentation can be a great leader for you in future. That is the only message I want them to understand. Somebody showing you a very bad attitude during the presentation, you don't have to take it personally. He or she can be a great leader for you. Some of you are giving up too fast. Do you understand? Do you get the proper message? Do you understand the proper message? Okay. So
Yes.
when somebody says no to you, you should somehow find a way to get their reason of not doing this. You need to know that. Okay, Nasib, why do I need to know? Why don't I move on to the next guy? When you move on to the next guy, you are not taking the opportunity to learn from this negative prospect. Who is the best teacher for you in this business? According to me, the best teacher for you in this business is not your upline. It is not the training videos. It is not anything else but the most negative prospect is the best trainer for you. Why? Why? Let me explain why. If a very negative person comes to you and says this, okay, I don't like this business, and you say, why is it so? Then he asks you questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He asks you all the questions. Now, by answering those questions or finding the answers for these questions, you are training yourself for the next guy. Do you understand that? Do you understand what I'm saying right now? That is why it is very important that you ask questions. Okay. Now, how many of you know how to drive? How to drive? Drive? Okay. Some of you who don't know how to drive. You've never driven, don't know how to drive. Okay, you have never driven a car, but you want to learn how to drive. Akila wants to learn how to drive. Okay, Akila wants to learn. Akila, assume that you have a Lamborghini and a Toyota Corolla in your home. You have a Lamborghini and a Toyota Corolla in your home. Which car will you
Yes, sir.
choose to learn driving? Which car
But
will you choose? Toyota Corolla. Why not? Why not Lamborghini?
because I'm going to learn. Once I learn, then I will be using Lamborghini.
So why are you not using it? I do understand, but why are you not using the Lamborghini to learn?
Because I don't want to, get an accident. Get that car destroyed, or the fear of that loss
Okay.
I'm going to have when I have an accident with this car, but not Toyota is smaller as compared.
So you can do mistakes with a Toyota Corolla, but you cannot do mistakes with a Lamborghini. Do you understand that? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So a negative prospect is like a Toyota Corolla. Learn everything from that guy. Okay, a negative prospect is like a Toyota Corolla. When you get a Toyota Corolla, never leave. Learn. Okay, learn everything from him. Do you understand what I'm saying? Does it make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Does it make sense? So that you are ready for the Lamborghini, which is yet to come. Okay. So that's how I want you to see it. So going further, so I started with a no. When somebody says no, you got to find out. You got to find out. And some people don't want to talk. They don't want to talk about it. Why are they not talking about it? Because they feel that you are immediately going to convince them. Let me repeat the rule which I already told you while inviting and while showing the presentation. I already told you about it, but let me repeat it one more time. The most important thing in our business, while we are interacting with your prospects, while you are interacting with your prospects, very importantly, remember this, your posture matters the most. Do you understand that? Your posture matters the most. Meaning, how you ask for the reasons on why he is not signing up is very important. Don't look like someone who is like, please, I really want you to sign up. So please tell me what are your reasons of not doing. No, that's not how you ask. Hey, I'm shocked that you are not signing up because this is a fantastic opportunity. And I thought you'd really pick it up because of your attitude yesterday, but that's okay. I really respect your decision, but may I know what stopped you from taking it up? Just for me to keep a log of it. You see, did I lose my posture? Did I sound like a desperate guy? No, I am just letting him know that I respect his decision. I'm okay with he not signing up, but I maintain my posture. Very important. Always make sure you maintain your posture because, you know, the SW policy is something I want you to understand. You cannot sign up everyone. Do you understand that? You cannot sign up everyone.
Yes.
Okay. And there is nothing called a great prospect. I have a problem when some of these people come to me and say, Nasib, he is a great prospect. No, there are no great prospects. Do you understand that? Everybody is the same. You know, was Arun a great prospect? Think about it. Was Arun a great prospect? If Arun was sitting in front of you, does he qualify as a great prospect for you with that kind of attitude? No, he doesn't qualify as a great prospect. According to most of the people sitting in that room, while the presentation was shown, they probably felt Arun was a prospect. Correct? Now, what happened to him now? What happened? So, most of the people whom you think are great prospects are indeed not so great downlines or not so great leaders. Do you understand that? Do you understand?
Yes.
So it is very important for all of us to understand that you don't focus too much on the prospect. You do your processes very good, and the results will automatically show up. Now, there are some rules you have to follow while you follow the processes. Follow-up is very effective, or follow-through is very effective when you do it within 24 to 48 hours. Within 24 to 48 hours. If it goes beyond 48 hours, I'm very sorry to say this, that most of us don't have the attention span to think about something for 48 hours or more. We can't do that. Something exciting comes to us, we watch a movie. Have you watched a movie which stayed with you for 1 month? Think about it. Do you watch movies? Which movie did you like the most? Avatar or Titanic? I don't know. Whichever movie you watched and you felt, wow, that's a great movie. But how many days did it take for you to forget it? How many days? How many days did you take to forget it? Such a great experience of 2 hours. And some of you, if you have not repeatedly seen that same movie, you don't even remember the story now. If you have watched it like 10 years back, correct or not? Right? Some of you forget it within 1 year. Some of you are still wondering after seeing trailers of the same movie you have watched, have I watched this movie? Does it happen to you? So what I'm trying to say is that when somebody listens to the opportunity, no matter how appealing the idea is, no matter how exciting the opportunity is, people cannot hold it in their mind with the same excitement for more than 24 to 48 hours. That's it. That's the maximum. And if you expect them to sign up after 48 hours, let me be very clear. I am saving you the disappointment, okay? They will not. I am saving you the disappointment. They are not going to sign up after 48 hours. Okay. Otherwise, you should be hitting them so hard. There is a saying like this: strike the iron when it is hot. So by 48 hours, the iron will lose its heat of the presentation, of the opportunity. So after 48 hours, if you have to strike the iron, you have to strike it really, really hard. Do you understand that? You have to strike it really, really hard. So now I'm taking you through the initial phase of no. Now, let me get into the next one. I want to think about it. Now, we live in a world where even though after the presentation, we will tell them not to discuss with the third party. We always say that, right? In a presentation, your upline will always say that. Don't discuss it with a third party. Why do they say that? You know what happened with me, right? I discussed with my friends and they turned me negative. So if this idea has been discussed with someone else, they will most probably, 95% of the people whom they discuss with will turn them negative. Now, we don't live in 2000 or 1995. We live in 2025. Today, people are asked their personal question, they will still go on Google and search for it. Do you understand? So when you show the plan to someone, what do you expect them to do? While walking out of the coffee shop, what are they doing? They are already on Google, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, we are in a business which is open for everyone. So while we do a business which is open for everyone, what is the most common challenge? Does QNet do an interview before letting people to sign up? So all kinds of people can sign up with QNet. So people who do it right, people who do it wrong, and people who don't even sign up with QNet will go around talking about QNet to people and get money from them. Do you understand? There are some people who take the advantage of our brand and go and talk to people and collect money from them and create a bad name for QNet. So when, depending on which country they are searching it, they can get good and bad information about QNet. And please don't get surprised with this. You want good and bad information about every company, it is available online on the internet, right? You check for the president of USA, he is said to be the most powerful man on the planet, correct? So do you think everybody is positive about the president of USA? What do you think? half or more than half of people sitting here might not agree with the president of USA right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? So everybody has good and bad opinions about them on internet. Please accept it. Please understand that. So when people go online and search, what would be their immediate reaction sometimes if they are bumping into wrong information? What will be their immediate reaction? Oh, maybe this is a scam. I don't want to try this. Now, please understand people can bump into that. So I want you to expect it. I want you to expect it. So when you expect these kind of things, how will you deal with such a situation? Are you listening to me properly? This is a very important subject. Are you listening to this? When people might get into wrong information and you are still supposed to follow them up. So let me explain to you how I will do it. So I will call my prospect the next day or immediately I'll try to close him. But if he says, I want to sleep over it, okay, then I give him some materials to read and I give some follow-through messages. Maybe I'll give him a sachet of Edge if I have one. Then I will be in touch with him. The next day I call him. When I call him the next day, and he's not saying, oh, no, I'm not able to decide. I'm not able to decide. Maybe I'll do it after 3 months. Do you understand? So anybody telling you I will do it after 3 months, anybody telling you I'll do it later, anybody telling you let me pass this, anybody telling you if you told me 2 weeks back I would have signed up, all of them are just trying to avoid you, but they are telling you in a nice way not to hurt your feelings. Do you understand that? Do you understand what I'm saying? But actual reason is not that. Actual reason can be different. So how do you handle this? So when I talk to someone and they tell me this, um, I tell them, hey, I understand what you're saying. When I listened to this plan, I was equally confused. And my confusion got doubled when I went online and searched about this company and I found a lot of negative things. You see, do you see where I'm going? I am telling him how it happened for me. Now, please remember these 3 words I'm going to tell you right now. Feel, felt, found. That's what I'm going to do right now. Feel, felt, found. Now, when somebody is not talking about their problem, when somebody is not talking about their problem, I need to tell them my story where I will already explain what they are feeling right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Am I clear? So I will start with that. I'll say, hey, do you know what happened with me after listening to the plan? I went back and I discussed with this person. Or probably when you are telling about your story, you can say that when I went back, I searched and I was already confused. Then I saw negative things about the company. Then I was like, okay, I'm not doing this. That is how I thought. But do you know what I found after that? You see, now I am telling what did I find? What did I find? What is the solution? But please maintain your posture and don't say it like mechanically. I want you to say it in the flow. I want you to say it quite naturally, the way it happened. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is why, if you remember, I told you in one of the trainings before that a great networker should be a good storyteller. You need to know how to tell your stories. You need to know how to tell your stories. So you need to tell it in such a way that it is an engaging story for whoever is listening to it. So now, first of all, you are saying, okay, I understand you because I also was telling the exact same thing. I was not ready to sign up immediately, but the reason was that I saw a lot of negativity online and that pulled me down. Okay, then I thought, okay, maybe this is not the right thing for me, but I didn't want to tell my friends. So I was kind of deciding that I'm not doing it. But I did my search extensively. Luckily for me, I did my search extensively. And do you know what I found? Then you talk about the credible side of it. Then you talk about how some people are doing a wrong thing, which is maligning the brand of tuner. So that's how you deal with that kind of situations. Now, many people tell you, I don't have the money with me, with me, or maybe their problem can be money. So how do you deal with that? So you start with your story. You see, when I listened to the idea, I was quite excited about the possibilities of creating wealth up to $25,000 on a weekly basis. But after one day, instead of focusing on $25,000, do you know what? I started focusing on the money I need to start with a business. My mind went in the wrong direction. So I think you also should not worry too much about the money we are putting in, because please understand, today before coming in for this training, I met one guy. He's a forex guy in Nigeria. He deals with changing the currencies. He's not doing the online forex. He's doing physical forex exchanges. So when I spoke to him, do you know what he said? I have never done another business, and this is something which I don't even understand. E-commerce is something I don't even understand. So I don't want to try out something which I don't understand, he said. I said, what is there to understand here? Do you drink water? He said, yeah, I drink water. I said, okay, how much money do you spend on drinking water for you and your family? Maybe 10,000 naira on a weekly basis, 52 weeks, 520,000 naira on a week, on a month, on an annual basis. So if it is 3 years, it is 1.5 million naira. So you are spending 1.5 million naira on drinking water for you and your family. And he also mentioned this. He also mentioned that, Nasib, if it was an investment, I would have done this, like buying shares. So if I have to put in like 3 million naira into a share, into a company share, then after some time, this 3 million becomes 6 million. Then I'm interested in that. Then I told him, hey, think about it. See, if you put in 3 million naira into the shares of a company, okay, now you said if it becomes 6 million, you are interested. But what if it becomes 1.5 million? What if that happens? Right? You are at a loss of 1.5 million. It can even go back to zero, because I know people who have put a lot of their money into crypto and came back to zero. They were so excited, they were very confident, and finally it came down to zero. And they lost their confidence. Do you understand? So I told them, so in all these kind of investments you are talking about, there is also a chance of money going down. But here, When you pay whatever amount you pay, you get a product worth that kind of money. So you can drink water from your tap without paying even for electricity to use it. You see, I was handling his question. Then I also told him my family, my mother started using H3 Plus and she was relieved of her joint pains. So if I take my mother to a hospital, don't I need to spend money over there? So he said yes. So my frequency of visiting the hospital will go down because my mother is doing better. So all the product unit is offering you is impacting your life in one way or the other. Is impacting your life. Biodisc is giving you energized water, which can keep your blood sugar levels low. Now, most of the people in India, as well as in Nigeria or Africa, Nigeria, India, they are both competing with each other to be the diabetics capital of the world. India is really, going really up in that numbers. Everybody has some kind of type 2 diabetes issue. So this thing helps you regulate the blood sugar level. Why wouldn't you want to try something like that? So the point I'm trying to communicate with that guy was that what is complicated here? You are spending money on something which adds value to your life. And he was convinced. He said, it makes sense. I'll buy that. So you calm down, relax. Okay, try to understand their actual concern. Listen to them. Follow-up is not only about talking, it is also about listening to them, relating with them. Okay, that is why I said feel, felt, found. Now, feel, felt, found is one way of handling the questions. But you sometimes have direct questions asked by your prospect, and we call it objections. For example, I don't have time for this. Yes, you can handle it with feel, felt, found, but you need to have a specific way of answering that question as well. You need to know how to handle that question as well. That is where you can use your uplines for few objections. Then you learn how that objection is handled. For example, when somebody tells me, I don't have time, I try to make them understand they don't have time and it can be solved using our business. How? If you build a team of 100 people, and only 20 out of them are actively doing this business, 20 people putting 2 hours on a daily basis is 40 hours a day. So by doing this business and building a team of just 100 people, he can have 40 hours extra from his 24 hours. So did I not solve his problem? Do you understand what I'm saying? That is how you handle objections. Do you get that? So you basically make people understand, be prepared for it. Now, if you don't know the answer for a question, it is absolutely fine to tell them, I don't know, but I can connect you with my mentor who has been doing this for quite some time. Why don't you check with him? I will try and get his time so that we can have a discussion over it. There is no obligation. I don't want you to feel that, connecting with my mentor is all about, okay, is a commitment. No, nothing like that. I also like to know the answer for your concern. And it would be great if you can come in and share your concern with my mentor. I would like to know how he would probably sort out this particular issue. You see, you are being very reasonable with whoever you are speaking. But at the end of the day, do you know what matters the most? What matters the most is your belief system while doing the follow-up. If you don't believe, that is the most difficult part of somebody signing up with you. I want you to understand this. That is why when people say no to anybody in this business, I keep telling them this one thing: maintain this attitude of highly motivated individuals. What is their attitude? They strongly believe, if not today, tomorrow this person will say yes to me. Do you understand that? If not today, tomorrow the same person will say yes to me. How? Because when I signed up in this particular business, all my roommates were negative. They were all negative. But do you know that in less than 3 weeks' time, they all signed up. How did they sign up? They saw that this guy who is working in the same company is making more money than them, and they didn't like it. Do you understand that? Your colleagues will not like it when you actually lead a better life, and they will sign up with you. If not today, tomorrow when they see you successful. So what should you focus on? You should not be focusing on oh, why he didn't sign up, okay, or like, oh, that guy didn't sign up. But you should focus on, okay, what are the concerns? What did I learn from him? How can I handle the same objection if somebody else talks to me like that? Or how should I change the way I dress up? It really matters. I was advising a lot of people last week that if you don't take yourself seriously, how do you expect somebody else to take you seriously? Now, how do you take yourself seriously? You take yourself seriously by maintaining good looks, meaning you groom yourself really well, you dress up really well, you wear a good watch, you wear a good shoes or a good footwear. Basically, a watch is a must. Are you doing that? If you are not wearing a watch and going for a business presentation, what do you expect? That's not a good thing to do. I highly recommend you to take care of yourself. Okay, when you take care of yourself, the people whom you speak to will give you more respect and they'll listen to you better. Is it clear? Okay, will you focus on that? Because these kind of small things also matter. Many people have a wrong understanding. Oh, Nasib, I am doing everything like you are telling me. I'm doing everything. I know how to handle the objection of money. I know how to handle the objection of time. I know how to handle the objection of this. But I look at them, they don't look like a successful person. You need to look like a successful person. Do you understand that? How do you make yourself look when you go for your interview? Do you remember your first interview, first job interview? How did you look? Think about it. You look like a professional executive, correct or not? I was wearing a tie. I cannot believe I didn't know how to wear a tie. Okay, so I asked my brother, who studied in a private school, to keep a knot in of the tie. So I would just put it around my neck and I would tighten it up. That's how I went for the interviews. I attended. No, I never wore a shoes. All my school, all my college, I never had to wear a shoes. So I had to borrow a shoes, an executive shoes, for attending my interviews. Why did we do that? Now, why suddenly doing this business, you are not dressing up, prime? Why are you not doing that? What makes you feel that I don't have to do it like that? Take yourself more seriously. Okay, wear a good perfume, wear a good shirt, nice shirt, look good, buy a good watch. Buy a good watch. I would highly recommend all of you sitting here to buy a good watch. Okay, now if you ask me for recommendations, any Swiss watch would be good, but it's okay. You can even wear a G-Shock if you're fine. I don't know. A Tissot is okay for a starter. A Tagger is okay for a starter. Some fashion brands are out there, but you should always aim for what? You should always aim for what? A Rolex, okay, a Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet. Do you understand that? You always aim for brands like that. Okay, but start with something which you can afford. But it's very important. But when you start, you can use a Bernadette Meyer. Bernadette Meyer is on par with all the Swiss brands I said. So if you have bought a watch as part of QNET, that will add to your, a wardrobe. So these are very important things as well while you are doing the follow-up, because this gives you the confidence. I want you to understand this very clearly, that follow-up is all about, or follow-through or follow-up is all about understanding that some will, some won't, so what, somebody else is waiting. That is number one. Number two, those people who are telling you no, you need to find why they are not doing it. Why do you need to know that? So that you can be prepared for the next guy. Please understand that. You can be prepared for the next person with the same concern. And you should never leave your posture. Maintain your posture. Now, the next thing, when people say, I want to think, that is when you start with feel, felt, found. So that means you need to tell a story of how you went through similar emotions. Do you understand that? You went through similar emotions. So you start with, hey, do you know what happened after listening to the plan? Actually, I was excited, but on the way back, I got confused. I started thinking negative. I started thinking, what if it doesn't work? Then I went on Google, then I searched that, then I spoke to my friend. You see, I am trying to relate with my prospect by telling him what happened with me. Then slowly, when you say that to him, he or she will open up with you. He or she will open up with you. Start talking. Then you say, hey, I totally understand you. No, don't worry. I totally understand. Now, when you say, I totally understand, you are not being offensive. You're not being aggressive. So when you are not aggressive, what will happen? They will put down their shield. Do you understand that? They will put down their shield. Otherwise, they have the defensive shield. Oh, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Or don't talk to me. You understand? People put on a defensive shield. Relax. I tell them it's okay. I'm okay. I understand you. And slowly talk about your experience. Okay. And then you tell how you found a solution for that. Feel, felt, found. And they will slowly put down their guard and they start speaking to you. Okay. Now, when they start telling you objections, you learn how to handle the objections. There are only 10 objections. What are the common objections? I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't have friends. I don't know how to speak to people. I've never done a business. I don't like this kind of businesses. The products are costly. This, that. These are the common objections they have. Find how to answer these questions, because you learning how to answer these questions is one of the steps you need to learn in the process of making $1 million US. So understand that I am doing whatever I'm doing because I want to achieve my dreams. So let me learn how to handle these kind of questions. Are you clear? So the final part is feel, felt, found. Now, if you don't know how to handle this, what is the best thing to do? Connect with your mentor, connect with your upline. They will help you handle the questions. Your uplines will always be available for you to, talk to your prospects. They will always be available. If your immediate upline is not available, talk to his upline or talk to her upline. Somebody up the lane will definitely come and sit and help you sort out the issue. Never give up. Always make sure that you somehow contact your upline and ask them for their help. Are you clear with that? Clear? So any questions? Anybody wants to ask any questions? Follow-up is a very important thing, guys. I don't want you to take, rejections personally. Do you understand that? The biggest problem I see with some people is that they take rejections personally. And there are two common issues I usually find. They think they rejected, the people who are doing this business initially. Even I am guilty of it, meaning I started taking the rejections very personally. I started thinking, oh, why didn't he sign up? You understand? You get angry at people. Please understand, they are not rejecting you, they are rejecting opportunity. Please don't misunderstand. They are not rejecting you, they're rejecting the opportunity. Maybe it is not their time to rise and shine. You understand? He or she is not the chosen one yet. So relax, don't take it personally. That's number one. And the second thing I want you to know, some people have a problem in connecting with their mentors or their uplines. They want to do it all by themselves. as if it's a competition on how many people you use to get your sign up. Oh, I did it by myself. No, you don't have to do it by yourself. Okay, football is a team game. What is the point in you playing all by yourself? Okay, it's a team game. You use your team. There is no shame in that. Actually, it is a shame when you don't use your team. Do you understand? So don't try to do it all by yourself. Include your mentors, include your uplines, get their support. Then it becomes easier for you to do it. Are you clear? So that's about follow-up, guys. I hope you will take the right lessons from what I said. In case you have any questions, you can still type me in there in in the chat, or even if you can unmute and speak, you want to speak, you can go ahead and speak, no problem. Richmond Idiho. Yes, Richmond, go ahead. Hello, Richmond. Can you hear me? You're not able to unmute? Yes,
Yes, I can hear you.
Richmond.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your presentation.
No
It's
problem,
been
Richmond.
very helpful. Yeah. So my question is,
Yeah.
how long do you have to follow up on a prospect before you could maybe give up, as the case may be, if the prospect is not giving you that positive response, like all those objections you mentioned?
Fantastic. Great
Yeah.
question. Great
So
question,
how long?
Richmond. Okay, that's a great question. Richmond is asking, I really would appreciate anybody who asks me questions on any clarification you need. He is asking, how long should I continue before I give up? Okay, now there is nothing called give up. Do you understand that? It also doesn't mean that you pester them, irritate them. That's not what I mean when I say, you never give up. Once you talk to them and they are like, okay, I want to take some time, you keep them in your pipeline list. You have a pipeline, meaning all the follow throughs you do, you should maintain it in your planner, the alpha planner you have. And also I recommend you to maintain it an Excel sheet. Do you understand that? You maintain it an Excel sheet. So you talk to your mentors and they will let you know how to maintain this Excel sheet. So every single presentation you give, I recommend you maintain it an Excel sheet or Google Sheet. Google Sheet is better because Google Sheet can also be shared with anyone else. So you maintain it in a Google Sheet, and in the Google Sheet, you mark with a color code. You mark with a color code on how their response is. Let us say somebody after the presentation said, hey, I'm not interested in this. Please don't call me for this. Somebody says so. You put it as a red color code. Do you understand that? You put it as a red color code. Now somebody says, I want to take some time. You put it as a yellow color code. And somebody signed up, you put it as the green color code. So you put a color code for each kind of responses. Now, the ones who are in yellow and red are in your pipeline. So you create separate groups for them. Groups as in not WhatsApp group. I'm telling you a broadcast group. You create a broadcast group for them. But broadcast groups, please understand, on WhatsApp will only work when they also have saved your number. So you create a broadcast group for them. Okay, a broadcast group, one of them for the red people and the other one for the yellow people. Do you understand that? The red people don't want you to bother them. That's what they said. So the frequency of sending a message to the red people should be comparatively lesser. Do you understand? You don't specifically talk about everything to them, but when sometimes there is a good product you think they can use, send it to them. Hey, I found this and I thought this might get your attention. This is really at a very affordable price right now. And this product is something which I really recommend you to have. Okay, this can relieve you of this, and this. So something like that, once in 2 weeks, at a frequency like that, you can probably send it to them. And the yellow ones, keep in touch with them. Okay, maybe you send them a wish, a greetings every now and then, and also send them materials every now and then. Sometimes, you get a check, you send them a copy of it. Sometimes you grow your team, you get a bigger check, you send a copy of it. Sometimes you are speaking on stage on one of our events, you take a picture of it and send it to them. Do you understand that? You keep in more intense touch compared to the red group with them. Okay, this is what I recommend. And they are still in touch. They are in pipeline. You are not giving up on them. You are not giving up on them. Please understand, people say no to you in a particular emotional mindset they are. times can change. Their thought processes can change. We are not dealing with machines. We are dealing with what? We are dealing with human beings. Please understand. I can show you hundreds of cases in which some people thought this guy would never sign up because he said, no, I'm not interested. And eventually hear out from him that he signed up in another team. Do you understand that? I can show you hundreds of examples like that. Let me tell you something which happened to me. I had a friend from first standard, from my first grade. I had a friend. His name is Ajit Jose. I showed him the plan, and this guy rejected me. He said, "No, I'm not," and rejected me as in he is not responding to me. I'm still in touch with him. But one day, do you know what? Ajit messaged me on LinkedIn. He said, "Hey, nice messages on LinkedIn." I said, "Yes, thank you for that." And then he followed it up with something. My wife started with QNET. My wife started with QNET in another team. I was like, wow, what? You see, he's someone who rejected me. He didn't sign up with me. Okay? But his wife signed up in another team. That means people say no to you at a particular point of time in their life, maybe because they are going through some other thought process. So when you give up Richmond, somebody else who doesn't know the story, will go and approach that person and sign him up. Or sign up his or her spouse. Do you understand what I'm saying? So please, you should always keep in touch with people. You never know when they are going to sign up. Follow up, let me be very clear with this, is the most important aspect of you building a team. Follow up is not a process you do only with your prospects. Follow up is a process you do even with your downlines. Meaning, when your downlines are you following up your downlines for coming in for the training? Are you following up your downlines whether they are watching the training videos? Are you following up the downlines on the presentations they are doing? Follow up is actually a part of the whole package. You need to follow up on everyone on everything. But I just covered the main topic of follow up for your prospects. And I want you to understand that the ones who do regular, continuous, consistent follow-up will be the most successful ones in this business. Okay? So guys, that's one of the most important, fundamental, basic building blocks. Please don't snooze on your follow-ups. All the best. It's a pleasure talking to all of you. And I really look forward for our next session, maybe next month. Thank you.
Thank you.